All right, so what we're doing here is rack surfing. So I just wanted to show you guys what rack surfing is, but I'm supersetting it with these Arnold presses. So what I do is I do lateral raises. I start off doing 20 reps at a light weight, so 22.5, and I reduce that by 2 reps, and I go up in weight. So by the time we get to the end, I'll be doing higher weight, less reps. So right now I'm picking up the 50s there, and I'm going to do 5 reps. So this is at the end. So I've already done 80 Arnold presses with the 30s, and this is the last one for the lateral raise. I'm holding it in front because I want to hit the rear as well. It depends on how you want to hit your shoulders, is where you're going to hold the dumbbells. So if you hold it straight to your sides, you're hitting more of just the medial, the middle shoulder. But if you want to hit the rear, you can hold it in the front a little bit more because you're swinging it back a little bit back. So I'm just showing that I started all the way from there, all the way to 50 pounds, and that's where it is. That's what I bring to the gym, and so it's usually full. By the time I'm done at the gym, it's empty. So this is my gym drink. You're wondering what all that yellow stuff is? It's oil, olive oil. Get my good fats in. So that's my fat drink. Okay, so here's my mother. Yeah, so I put oils in my drink just because I got to get my fat intake up. Yesterday I didn't even hit my fat intake, even though I'm just like at some point drinking straight oil. But anyway, this is a PR. She's doing a superset. She's been on the what was it? I think the other one was a hack squat, and this one is a leg press. So I think she was supersetting the hack squat machine. I think that's what it was, and a leg press. This is a new PR for her. She's got 3 plates on each side and a 10 on each side. So she wanted to get that footage on there. So here we go, leg presses. There's a new one for her. Nice. I think she could go a little bit deeper, but it's good. It's good anyways. I've done partials. There's nothing wrong with partials. Everybody's like, oh, it's bad form. But I've done partials. Olympians like Jay Cutler does partials. So, I mean, as long as you feel the strain in your muscle, you're getting a workout. So that's all that counts. Oh yeah, get after it. So we're gonna go talking about the cutting phase right now. So here we go. Nice. All right, so right now I'm actually trying to cut. So one of the first things I do, I'm actually not going to do an after photo yet. So I started on the 15th. It's only been a few days here. So the 29th is the last day for my cutting phase, and then I'll do another after photo. When I'm cutting, one of the first things I do is I actually just go and reduce carbs. So it's actually it's really that simple. So I'm going to show you guys something that I like to use that makes it very easy to track your macros. All right, here we go. So this is what I use. This is my net diary. So you'll notice here, you can use it on your phone or whatever, but I'm on the computer right now. So don't worry, this is not accurate. I just enter it in wherever, but I log my food in there. So right now, this is actually yesterday. Normally I do over 3,000 calories, but I am cutting, so I'm going under my caloric maintenance just by a little bit, my BMR, my basal metabolic rate. I'm going a little bit in a deficit, not by much, just a little bit. Right now, this was yesterday, I was actually under 40 grams of carbohydrates. My protein's way over, I don't mind that. My fats, I didn't hit that, but I'm in a caloric deficit, which is good because I'm not that much in a caloric deficit, just a bit. So that's one of the things I use, and I try to stay in a caloric deficit, not by much. The reason for that is when you go into too much of a deficit, it goes into a phase that is considered starvation. Your body defends itself and your metabolism slows down. So you don't want to like just crash your metabolism by reducing your caloric intake by too much. It triggers a defensive mechanism in your body to lower the metabolism. You start consuming muscle because your muscle is a energy factory. Your body believes that it's waste of energy, so it will start reducing your muscle mass. So you don't want to drop your calories too much. Here's the funny thing though, guys. Because I couldn't even meet my macros yesterday, I was feeling really full, and I already set it to a deficit already. I'm even I had 559 calories left and I couldn't eat that remaining because I was so full. So what happens is this. This is an interesting thing. This is so when I switch into keto, ketogenic diet, when I'm cutting, for some reason the ketogenic diet has a way of making you feel full. The fats are increased, the proteins are increased, the carbs are reduced, and fats and especially protein helps with satiety. So yeah, I mean, like I couldn't even eat that remaining. And normally, you got to remember when I'm not in a cutting phase, normally I eat, over 3,000 calories, and I was under. I was looking at my chart here. I was at 2,440, and I was full. Two things to keep in mind when you're cutting: reduce the carbs, caloric deficit, not by much, just by a little. Okay, so those are two very simple things. I know. Even I've been guilty in the past. You try to make things sound very complicated, very scientific, very, and there is science to it, but a lot of the science is not necessary. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of science to the sun, but we don't need to know all that to get the warmth from the sun and enjoy our day at the beach, right? If you're going back to just the basics, when you're cutting, it's really just reduce the carbohydrate intake you're taking and a tiny bit of a caloric deficit. Again, not a lot, because that will really mess you up. And that's it. All right. See you later.